girl, my eyes, and girl, my mind. It never stops after it starts. 'Cause you're a girl, a girl, a girl tonight. The girl tonight. Hot, hot, hot. Hot, hot, hot. Hot, hot, hot. Girl tonight.
Okay, should we get into it?
Well, what time is it?
What?
Are you asking? Like, do you want me to answer it?
Yeah.
It's girl time.
Yeah.
It's girl time?
Just kidding, it's big night.
What night is it?
Big.
Oh,
Welcome to From Rushers with Love, your Big Time Rush podcast. My name's Maggie.
I'm Haleigh.
I'm Ashton.
And this week we're talking about Big Night.
It's weird that you
This
emphasized big.
Big Night. Do
I
you
feel
want me
like-
to say Big Night?
Yeah.
I feel
Really?
like they emphasize big.
I don't...
It's gonna be a big night.
Okay,
Like,
fine.
Just,
like-
I think Big Night could have been fun, but they did not do that.
I don't think I would have liked
But
that.
you could.
Actually.
I could.
We could make that edit. We have that power.
Anyway.
That's too much power.
Waiting all week. Now it's Tuesday night. We're gonna cast this pod
The lyrics just write themselves.
for the time of our lives. Let's get it started. Started.
Well, this song was first debuted at J14's In Tune concert at the Hard Rock Cafe in Times Square on September 9th, 2010. It was featured in the Halloween episode, Big Time Halloween. And it was also featured in a commercial for Xbox Connect in November of 2010.
And it was.
I don't know if you guys have seen that one.
I have not seen that one.
No.
Okay, I'll provide you the link.
Cool.
Are you going to mention that it was in the end credits for the Nickelodeon TV movie Best Player?
I'm absolutely going to mention that because I did watch the entire movie
You did?
in preparation for this episode.
Oh
I
my
did. It was
gosh.
not worth it.
I was wondering if it would be worth it. It looks like it should be something.
No,
at
it was
least.
bad.
How
It
did
was
you
nothing.
even know it was in there? Is it in the trailers?
No, it's.
No, it was on the wiki page for the song, and then it's in the end credits. So I could have just watched the end credits, but I was like, maybe there's some tie-in, but it wasn't. It was just Jeanette McCurdy and Jerry Traynor, and they played video games against each other, and I don't really remember who won at the end, which was kind of the whole point. I just remember that after the big video game tournament, they all were like, okay, now let's go to prom night, and then that's when they played Big Night, was because they're all going to prom that
It's gonna
night.
be a prom night.
And then also at the end of the credits, it credited, where it listed all the songs, it mentioned Big Night, but it also credited City Is Ours, but I watched the entire thing. I would have caught on. If that's their playing, I would have, tuned into that immediately. I don't know why they credited City Is Ours. If anybody knows, please tell me.
Maybe it's a deleted scene that they took out absolutely at the last minute. And didn't think to
That's so
change the
interesting.
credits. Have you reviewed this movie on Letterboxd?
I rated it, gave it 1.5 stars. I didn't really have anything to say about it. It's
fair.
exactly what you'd expect from a Nickelodeon original movie.
Starring Jerry Traynor and Jeanette McCurdy.
They just did their thing. They were just their iCarly characters, but
Yeah.
Carly wasn't there, and they didn't know each other yet. And her mom was nice.
Her mom was Janet Varney.
Yeah, she was.
Let's talk about the song Big Night by Big
Yes.
Time Rush from
Sorry.
the show Big Time Rush and the album BTR by Big Time Rush.
It was written by Nasir Atwa, who is the lead singer of Magic.
Oh, of Why You Gotta Be So Rude fame?
Yes.
Interesting.
Because before he was the lead singer of Magic, he had a songwriting duo with another guy called The Messengers. So I don't know why he's the only one credited here, but he is.
It did not make his Wikipedia page, though. I did notice.
It did not. What did make his Wikipedia page was Never Say Never by Justin Bieber, which he wrote, and Beautiful Christmas.
Ooh.
But he also wrote for Boyzone and Ayaz, and I like that.
Amazing.
Did he write Replay?
So I can't believe Boyzone was real.
I know.
Because this song reminds me of Replay sometimes.
I didn't see Replay on there. I feel
Maybe
like I would have recognized. Well, it wasn't his entire discography. But Sam and Sluggo also wrote and produced this song.
Yeah.
Sam and Sluggo of Till I Forget About You fame.
Yes.
Yeah, when researching this song, the most perplexing thing to me was that everything on everything said that it was an F sharp minor.
No.
And this is the most major key song I've ever heard in
Yeah.
my life. So it's in the God, what's the music word I can't think of right now?
Key?
It's in the
Relative
No,
major?
it's in relative is the word I was thinking of. Thank you, Ashton. It's in the relative major. It's an A major.
It's in the key.
So clearly. I don't know why they think it's in minor. Maybe because it was in the Halloween episode, so they think it's supposed to be spooky.
Well, they should have made a spooky version just for the Halloween episode, I think.
Right?
I think the song would have been pretty scary if it was in minor, actually.
Yeah,
Like, very menacing.
Just add that to the list.
Transpose big time rush songs that exist in our heads.
BPM is 140. Don't know why we say that, but
It's poppin'.
yeah.
And it's 3 minutes and 16 seconds long, which is very big time rush duration.
Yeah.
That tracks.
I have a number to share this time, too.
What is
I know,
it?
you guys always have the numbers. I counted how many times they say big in the chorus. So they say the word big in the chorus 7 times.
Mm-hmm.
And they repeat the chorus 7 times. And then
Amazing.
there's one extra big in there.
50
so they
bigs
literally
even?
Say the word, they literally say the word big 50 times.
Yes!
That's why we emphasize big night.
Yeah.
That's why we don't say big night.
You're right, I'm sorry.
Big night makes it sound like we're talking about Kendall Knight.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Do you guys want to talk about the lyrics?
I would love
first?
to talk about how this song is about drinking alcohol.
Yeah.
I know. Well, they try to disguise that because when they talk about the round that they need, the round of drinks, they spin around in a circle. So
Yep.
try to trick us.
Not fooled. I would have been fooled if I was a child, but
I think I was probably fooled as a
Oh,
child because I didn't know what getting around was.
And I don't think any of them could legally drink at this point when the song came out.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Huh.
Right?
Yeah, but
Maybe,
I think you're right because I feel like they were like 19 or 20.
Maybe
Do they-
James. He's the oldest, right?
I think
Carlos
so.
was. Or Logan. I don't know.
Not
I just
Kendall, I
Kendall's
know
the
that.
youngest.
Yeah. Do they say spin it up loud or spend it up loud?
I'm pretty sure it's spin, but maybe I'm
Okay.
just confused because they spin around a lot.
Okay, neither of them made sense, so nothing
I
to
think
lose
spin
here.
it up could be like spin it up like
Like
the
the
music.
DJ.
Yeah, the DJ spins the record up.
My personal lyric discrepancy is that I always kind of assumed that James was saying that he needs a heartbeat, but it's hot beat because that actually makes sense
I thought it-
textually. It's just
I
seems
had-
like a weird thing to say.
I thought
I
it
had
was
not even
hobby.
questioned that. Hobby?
Yeah, that's very good.
His hobby is drinking.
I didn't even question heartbeat not being a normal thing to say there.
Yeah, no, it did not occur to me until 2 days ago, and I'm
Huh.
like, I should probably check that. Well, because in all the lyric videos I saw, like, half the time it said a heartbeat, so
Yeah.
it's not just us.
Well, we did it. That we hit the big time rush misunderstood lyric of the song.
Yay.
Yeah, so this is their, like, quintessential... They have a lot of party songs that are just about living it up and partying, but this is kind of like the epitome of it because it doesn't talk about anything else.
Yeah.
Like, the only context we get... We know it's Friday night. It's been a long week. They're working a lot. So they're going to dress up and go drink alcohol and listen to loud music. They don't actually ever say that they dance, so I imagine they're just standing around listening to like really loud music and drinking. But maybe the dancing is implied. And there's boys and girls invited to this party, so crazy big night.
And when Carlos says started, he says started. And I think that's fun.
And then they do like the do you guys remember J.R. Rodham, the producer, who every song he produced would have the J.R. like replay as one, and Riding Solo by Jason Derulo. Because the bridge reminded me so much of something that guy would do. I was surprised he wasn't involved.
Huh.
I also thought it was fun that literally the only lyrics in the chorus are, "It's gonna be a big night, we're gonna have a good time."
Yeah.
And that's all you need to know.
Yeah. When we saw them last year, I think they did this in a medley with City Is Ours and Till I Forget About You.
Yes.
And this was the middle one. And at the time, I thought it was kind of weird of them. Never mind, I still think that, actually.
Yeah, like in the full scope of like their entire discography, this one was always kind of like I enjoy it, I have a great time, because it's, you know,
yeah,
it's a party song, but I never thought of it as like important to their
like,
history as a band.
I don't
they can get away
it's
with
mid,
just sampling it for a little bit and then move on. Because again, it's very repetitive. You get the gist.
Because you have City Is Ours, which is a better party song.
Yes.
And then this, and then Till I Forget About You, which is a better song than both of them and is also a breakup song. I don't know why they do anything.
It's okay.
They're not doing it. Or they've been doing medleys on tour now, but like different ones.
Yeah. So they do Big Night on tour. But they do it direct. So they do Shot in the Dark, and then Kendall like shoots everyone with his guitar and they fall down, and then they go immediately into Big Night and they do the whole song.
Isn't it technically like one big medley with Famous and City Is Ours and 24/7? And they all just kind of like jam them together.
Last year's concert?
No, this year.
No, this one. Yeah, I'm on
That's
set
not
list.
that's not what the video from Dallas sounded like.
Okay, I watched the Fort Worth one. Which
That's
was
the
maybe it was
same.
different?
Yeah,
Is Dallas and Fort Worth the same
They're the
thing?
same.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I don't know anything about Texas.
That's where my parents live. That's the only reason I know that.
Okay, no, it looks
Anyway,
like
not
Famous
important.
Famous is by itself, and then they put the others together after Famous, according
Did
to
I just misremember the video that I listened to?
.fm. I don't know. It's
Okay.
a wild...
I think I was referring just to that one set list that Haleigh put in the group chat like 2 weeks ago, and I didn't fact check myself, so I think that's maybe where I got my information.
Wild set list. Why are they playing All Over Again? I didn't even know that was a song.
It's not.
Why are they
good.
playing?
I'm sorry,
Wait,
everyone.
they're playing any kind of guy acoustic, like the bad one from the show that everybody
I'm actually
agreed
really
was bad.
excited to hear that. It's gonna be incredible.
I think the only way I could like justify them doing All Over Again is if they did it acoustic. Like, I'm not even kidding, because it's a dance song. It's trash. Sorry, everyone. Okay, we're not talking about that song today.
Every time we dunk on a song, we end up having a guest who loves it. So like we gotta stop.
Tread carefully. It's okay. You can tell me I'm wrong. I know I'm wrong.
We're totally fine being wrong here. I really like the Carlos hype man in the second verse. I like that he just shouts things.
Yeah.
I want him.
Okay, my favorite is that now they go, DJ, take me away!
Yeah.
It's so funny. I thought it was like a one-off, but then I watched like another performance from a year later, and they've still...
Yeah. One change that they've made for like the modern era that I really appreciate is that they don't do the intro like big nights live. Like
they play them.
Well,
like they jump right
skip
into
to
the
first
1, 2,
verse.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when you listen to it, it sounds really bad. Like, I heard the Walmart soundtrack, and I was like, well, the Walmart soundtrack always sounds bad, so that makes sense. But then they did it on the Today Show as well, and I said, oh no.
Right, but then I opened their Madison Square Garden performance from last summer, and it was actually so beautiful, and they sounded so good, and their harmonies were so good, and I got chills, and I'm like, this is big night. Like, what am I doing?
They did a really good job
But
of harmonies.
it sounded so
year.
good with real instruments.
Mm-hmm.
The harmonies in the bridge are really, really good, and then like this JR impersonator comes in and just destroys them, and it's like, thanks. Really wanted that.
I like when they get to the parts where they have to like cut out and play a recording. Let's yeah, the let's go. That's not what it sounds like, because obviously a human can't do it with their voice. Oh man, Walmart soundtrack. I love
Walmart.
What a disaster. I do love the dance moves for this song. There are
so many dance moves. The other thing about the Walmart soundtrack is that their faces are so red during this song because they're doing so much.
They make them work for it, huh?
Yeah.
Because these days they just don't dance to it.
No,
I hope they still do the only dance I'm like married to is their stupid little dance they added to the end of Boyfriends these days. Favorite.
I do like that one.
But they just kind of vibe now, which is totally fair.
Yeah. And like, Logan, whenever he does his little solo part live, he just sounds so winded.
Yeah.
He's in the before days. It's not as noticeable now. So they've found that balance, and I'm glad that they did. Like, this song is difficult for them. Clearly.
It's because it's pretty low also, which has historically kind of been an issue for them.
Mm-hmm.
Like with Till I Forget About You was the same thing.
Yeah. So I think that actually we figured out why they put this song in the Halloween episode, because the Halloween episode was the hardest episode they've ever recorded. And this is their most physically taxing song.
True.
I can't
I
believe
hope they let them lip sync at least when they did the recording for the episode.
I can't believe they're playing these. They still play this grueling ass song live, but they're not going to play Work for It.
Right.
They don't like me because I'm mean to them on my podcast.
That they definitely know about.
Yeah. The video. Sorry, did you have something else?
Oh, I was just going to do a quick shout out to my favorite dance moves in this one. So I like when they turn to the side and then they do like an exaggerated nod or like a really like really slow walk all together. And my other favorite one is when they just stand on one foot and they hop forward a few steps. And obviously when they spin around when they say round, round, round. But I just wanted to, appreciate that.
Honorable mention to the little, like, they do a little, like, DJ scratch move.
Mm-hmm. Oh, also, before I move on from the live performances, I know this is going to make me mad, but from that, before they start it, whenever they go, this is a pretty big night.
Yeah.
But hopefully, since it's a medley now, they don't need to do that to me.
Well,
but, like...
I have no doubt they would stop a medley just to say that it's a big night.
Well, no, if the video that I'm remembering, if I'm remembering it correctly, because they're all dead at the end of Shot in the Dark, they just jump up and start this one.
I didn't realize that's why he was shooting people with his guitar. I thought it was just unrelated bloodlust. That makes way more sense.
I hope James gets to shoot some people. He gets to shoot them all dead. Are they doing Show Me?
Oh shoot!
I thought they were.
They better
They
be.
show me. If they don't, it's fun. I'm sorry, this is not on topic.
I would like to hear it.
I mean, we're basically done with everything on topic, right?
No, I want
we
to
have to talk about their official music video.
Yeah,
That's right.
Please.
Okay.
their official music video is just clips from the show music video in the cemetery mixed with footage of them doing actual concerts at like malls and stuff and meeting fans. And it's very low effort. There's like nothing noteworthy about it. My favorite part is when they show them on this theme park ride.
Yeah.
It's like a thing. You sit in a circle. There's like a disc, and you sit on the outside of it, and then it spins, and then it goes like back and forth in a like half pipe. And when they show the band on it, they show them like waving for a split second, like we can't even really tell, and then they just get launched into this ride experience. It looks horrible to experience. Like, I would hate it, I think. And it reminded me of when we saw them last year at a theme park, and Logan posted a reel from the worst roller coaster at that theme park. And he was so excited to be on it, and then after the video, he just looks like he wanted to die.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely a weird choice, I feel like, to add in the clips from Big Time Halloween. It's not, like, with the City Is Ours video, it was kind of the same thing as the video from the episode, obviously just longer, but this felt, like Ashton said, very half-assed. They just needed some more footage of them singing this song, because they didn't perform it enough times yet, probably.
I did appreciate every time they said big, they would change the shot.
Yeah.
That was some fun.
Every time somebody goes A, they show the crowd. That's all I wrote down. I thought there would be like something sillier, but they really peaked with that that ride.
Yeah, the only other thing I had was on their performance on the Today Show from it was actually the day their first album released, so October 11th, 2010. They get introduced as the smash hit tween band, Big Time Rush.
Yeah.
And
And
like
also,
we mentioned, mildly questionable vocals, but
at one point, Hillary Duff is just in the crowd waiting.
yeah. Oh man. Yeah, and the balance was really bad, so when they yelled "Hey," it was the loudest thing I've ever heard in my life. It was amazing.
Yeah, they never turned Kendall down. They just, like, with the mixing, his microphone was always the lead, so when he's singing harmonies under James's melody, you just hear Kendall. And it sounds really bad, because all you hear is a harmony.
Alright, and this one was not their fault.
Right.
It was
And
just
then,
unfortunate.
and then, like, they're trying to do, like, their soft O's in the background, but those are just very prominent. Like, the sound mixing was atrocious, and I'm personally offended by it.
The description of the video just says Kendall Schmidt Knight, James Maslow Diamond, Carlos Pena Jr. Garcia, Logan Henderson Mitchell.
Wow.
Wild.
They fused.
Oh no. Did we talk about when we recorded the Halloween episode, did we talk about how James is a vampire and how that means he can't see himself in mirrors?
We did not talk about that. Oh.
This is so important.
I just thought of it.
Thank you.
Today.
Very important follow-up.
Yes, up. No, we should definitely follow this line of thinking.
This episode about the song Big Night.
It's related enough. And do you have anything else to say about Big Night?
I do not.
Exactly. It's a song.
Yeah, it's
That's
like
fine.
I don't know. What's like a very basic, good, functional thing that I can compare it to? It's like bread.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the staple of, like, society. I don't think it's that
Okay,
important.
maybe it's not bread. It's
It's like plain yogurt.
Sure.
Like, yeah, it's there. I want something else with
These
it.
are wild examples you guys are giving right now.
I don't know. What would you say?
I don't know. I don't have an answer, but those feel wild.
Okay, it's like a sugary cereal.
Yeah. Yes.
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 Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you. Okay.
All right. That's
Solved
better.
it.
I was just trying to think like basic but not bad. But yes, a sugary cereal. Like sometimes you just crave it, and then you've had too much of it, and you need to stop listening to it.
And then you need to eat Cheerios, which are
Till I forget about you.
yeah. So Vampire James.
Yes. So he can't look in the mirror, so he's safe from evil Mirror James.
Unless he is evil Mirror James.
Ooh.
Maybe evil Mirror James can't look in the mirror. That doesn't. He lives in the mirror. That's not anything.
Okay, but the tragedy of James Diamond not being able to look in a mirror.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
sh-
They don't. They don't bring that up at all.
They could have done something with that.
Like, he had... Okay, actually, so, his, like, he doesn't know what he looks like. He doesn't know that he's hot. He literally has to rely on the words of others and the affirmation of others.
So everyone's told him that he's hot.
Right.
Yeah.
And he can't, like, prove it himself.
Well, I mean, like, he must have... Was he not alive before? Like, was he not a regular guy
That's
who
true.
got turned into a vampire?
I mean, we really don't know, like, how old he is, or... They didn't give us much
Right.
to work from. There's a lot of implications, and they don't give us enough information to follow up.
I mean, with the clothes that he wears, do we think that those are his, like, period-appropriate clothing, or do we think he's just being extra?
Again, unclear.
Like, did he get turned 3 months before this episode?
Actually, probably.
Yeah. Because he's still making vampire puns. I feel like that would get old eventually.
There's a lot of things about James that you think would get old eventually.
Yeah, that's fair. But I mean, like, over thousands and thousands of years.
Well, I don't think he's that old.
Exactly. That's what I'm, like...
I was thinking, like the 1700s. I don't know. I don't have
Vampire.
anything to back that up.
Vampire James has never... used to have... I'm doing a bad job.
You can start it over.
I was just trying to, like... You know how they're so enamored with the amazing Palmwoods pool, and it's just like a nothing pool. It doesn't make any sense for them to, like, care about it that much.
Right.
I was like, well, if James has been around for however thousands of years, maybe he's never seen... I don't know when they started putting chlorine in pools. He might be used to, like, swimming somewhere really gross. I don't know, this is nothing.
But even so, like, chlorinated pools have still been around for at least a few decades.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Kendall's presumably 16 years old, so
Yeah.
he has no excuse.
Mm-hmm.
And Carlos
Well, I
is
guess he's part
16.
dog. Dogs kind of like...
No, I think
pools.
werewolves usually age at the same rate as humans.
Right.
Carlos is 16 days.
Oh, freaking Carlos. I meant to stop thinking about that episode after we talked about it, and then that didn't happen, so I think it was this. I think it was Vampire James. Like, you forgot this.
I am so glad that we have talked. Like, I think that was actually a very important piece that we missed.
Okay.
We're finally, like, there is so much Big Time Rush lore that we are uncovering.
And we're doing it in an episode about a song that is just very okay. We've hidden it.
Well, thank you for experiencing this big night with us. The next big night, as in the next podcast episode that comes out, is going to be Big Time Sneakers, which is
So
a
excited.
doozy of an episode, so I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, we're gonna go Big Time Sneakers, Green Time Rush. Right?
I think so.
Wait, I thought Green Time Rush was
No, Green Time Rush is
later in the
way
season.
later.
There was something I got excited about after Big Time Sneakers. 'Cause I was
Is
just
it the-
looking at it today.
It's Big Time Pranks.
Big Time Pranks, yes.
Cool. In the meantime, you can find us on social media. The link should be in the description. You can also check out our YouTube page because we'll post a playlist there with all of the YouTube videos that we've mentioned in this episode, so you won't be as confused as to what we're talking about the entire time.
Yeah.
And I have to go. My night is small.
Bye.